soldier. I'm a warrior and member of a team. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army, Marine, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard values. I will always place the mission first. I will never quit, and I will never leave a fallen friend behind. Today we're here to honor 6 men from Los Angeles County and 18 who have been brought to Riverside for burial since last Wednesday when we were here. Now, not all of these men and women are homeless. We call it vets without family. But many of them pass away at the VA or at the in their own homes or care facilities or whatever. And oftentimes the families don't realize what their privileges are, what their rights are, what their benefits are. They just say, oh, let the VA handle it. Many times the family next of kin is elderly because many of these men are up in their 80s and beyond. So they've outlived their family. Others don't realize what the services that we render, the military honors that we render to these guys, they don't realize what it means to these vets that we're honoring and to all the other vets around. Helps us know that should something happen to us and we don't have a family, there'll be somebody there to render honors to us. And that's what we're here for. These guys all served honorably at one time or another. We don't know what their lives are or have been after they left the military, but we do know that for a period of time in that dash between the two dates, they served this country, and they served it honorably in whatever position they were assigned. Today, coming from Los Angeles, is William Hartman, Jr., 87 years of age, United States Army, World War II. Gerald Meir, age 82, United States Army. Lavern Schwartz, age 89, United States Army, Korea. Lonnie Stevens, age 60, Air Force, Vietnam. Michael Hammons, age 60, Air Force, Vietnam. William Burt, Navy, age 81, Korea. Those that have been brought here without honors and either gone to direct burial or their remains left for the cemetery to dispose of are Stephen McDowell, Army. Edward Coran, Army. Leonard McNeely, Navy. Clarence Pitts, Army. William Vasquez, Army. Willie Marshall, Army. Lindsay Irvin, Army. John Azevedo, Army. Gary Schmidt, Army. Thomas Cassidy, Army. Claude McKinney, Army. James Tolbert, Army. No relation. Arthur Cope, Navy. Aidan Nealon, Army. John Harris, Army. John, have to excuse me, I'm still waiting for surgery on my one eye. Gordon Banks, Army.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
If I sound a little nervous, it's because I am. It's my first time. Okay? When I was growing up, my parents tried to teach me something, and that was to walk with my head up and look where I'm going. When I joined the military, they tried the same thing. They all failed. I still walk around like this.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us do. About 4 years ago, I was walking up to visit my father-in-law and mother-in-law's grave. And I'm walking my normal way, and as I'm walking, I'm reading the headstones, and I came to a stop. There on the grave was the Medal of Honor. And there's a man named Mitchell Page, who, when he died, was a colonel in the United States Marine Corps. Since then, our family, Clint, I, kind of adopted the grave. We drop flowers off, we put flags up. I've often wondered what the family thinks when they come and see the flowers on the grave. You know, like, who's doing this? So we've adopted it. I just want to read to you the citation for this gentleman. First of all, medals. Medal of Honor, Purple Heart, Presidential Unit Citation, Marine Corps Good Conduct Medal, China Service Medal, American Defense Service Medal, American Campaign Medal, Asiatic Pacific Medal, World War II Victory Medal, National Defense Medal, Korean Service Medal, Marine Corps Reserve Ribbon, United Nations Service Medal. His citation: for extraordinary heroism and conspicuous gallantry in action above and beyond the call of duty, while serving with the 2nd Battalion, 7th Marines, 1st Marine Division in combat against enemy Japanese forces in the Solomon Islands. On October 26, 1942, when the enemy broke through the line directly in front of his position, platoon sergeant at the time, Page, commanding a machine gun section with fearless determination, continued to direct fire of his gunners until all of his men were either killed or wounded. Against a hail of Japanese shells, he manned his gun. When it was destroyed, he took over another, moving from gun to gun, never ceasing his withering fire against the advancing hordes, until reinforcements arrived finally. Then, forming a new line, he dauntlessly and aggressively led a bayonet charge, driving the enemy back and preventing a breakthrough of our lines. His great personal value and unyielding dedication and devotion to duty were in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. You know, there's a lot of men and women buried at this place that, though never won the Medal of Honor, also served with conspicuous valor. When we form up here on Wednesday mornings, we're honoring some of these men. But for the grace of God, it could be me. Like to say a prayer, please? Lord, as you open your arms and accept these men into your kingdom, please heal their wounds from when they were alive. I also ask God that those of us that are riding home or driving home like me, to protect us and make sure that our trip is safe. And we all say amen. Amen.
I can't remember the name of the movie, but there was a movie made on his actions. It was kind of a sidelight in the movie. It wasn't the main thing, but it did cover his deeds. And,
what a gallant man.
Yes. And I would be willing to bet that most guys who have served at one time or another would come close to being written up for a Medal of Valor. But again, it was ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And we were there to support each other. So, as far as I'm concerned, everybody deserves whatever they are offered or whatever they can do. And the hardest medal to get on that was the good conduct.
I never got one.
It took me 6 years. And I'd like to take a little bit of aside here. Most of you know we had a gentleman that was here with us every Wednesday up until recently, and his daughter made a commitment that she would take his place, and she has been doing so since then. Lieutenant Colonel Nick Beers passed away May 22nd. May 14th. Okay. And he was here faithfully just about every Wednesday because of his dedication to the military way, and his history. If you get a chance, get a hold of Pat and see if you haven't seen it, see his salute that he made for Lieutenant Colonel Beers and the obituary written by his daughter. Very well done. He was just a common soldier, and his ranks are growing thin, but his presence should remind us we may need his like again. For when countries are in conflict, then we find the soldier's part is to clean up all the troubles that the politicians start. If we cannot do him honor while he's here to hear the praise, then at least let's give him homage at the ending of his days. Perhaps just a simple headline in a paper that would say, "Our country is in mourning, our soldier died today." Thank all of you for being here.